Oh, jeez, I'm terribly sorry.
I am TapeGoat, and today we're gonna hit the tables. Stick with me, and I got a little bit of what the kids call street wisdom. Let's talk about money, guys. Big monies. Not your bi-weekly corporate scraps. Dangerous monies. Billiards monies. Get your cue sticks ready, draw up that balk line, and don't forget to call that shot. Today we're gonna shoot a little 9-ball with How to Hustle and Not Get Hustled, starring Jimmy Pretty Boy Floyd Mataya. Here on the cover, we've got a great picture of Jimmy Mataya, dressed to the nines, about to show us his stuff. You'll never get hustled again, but you might become a hustler in the process. We've got a picture of Jimmy playing over a pile of money. That looks a little bit cumbersome. Jimmy, you should move that pile of money. We've got no barcode, and yeah, an overly long synopsis because not all that much happens in the tape. If we just poop that little tape out, the label's there. It's a relatively nice white label. We got the runtime display, 29 minutes, very digestible. And there you have it, everybody. The tape. The tape opens with an absolute bomb track. Although that energy sort of dissipates as we see the establishing shot of the pool hall. Inside this pool hall, a cartoonishly drunk man seems to have riled up the patrons and is causing a big old scene.
Watch the beer, buddy. Hey, yo, get the beer off the table.
Despite his drunkenness, he is absolutely dominating.
Wait, hey, right there.
All right, good luck.
No way. No way you can make it. Dang! That's the luckiest darn shot I ever saw.
After he cleans out, he hits the bar. He's paid out for his win by the bartender, who must certainly be famed journalist Gene Shalit. The bartender tries to lead him astray by enticing him with a game of pool in Denver with a very skilled player named Danny Funky Cole Medina. That's right, guys. The legend, Danny Medina.
Hello? It's been a real pleasure, buddy.
Watch it.
That's for you.
Hey. Well, thanks a lot. Hello, Frank, yeah, how you doing? Listen, some fish coming down to see you. Yeah, his name's Walter something from Elgibel, drunk truck driver. He's heading down that way.
Little does this dumb prick know he's dealing with Jimmy Mataya, famed pool shot and renowned hustler, who is feigning his drunkenness to come out on top. So who's Jimmy Mataya? He's actually a pretty well-known figure in the pool scene, even to this day. He started playing when he was about 11 years old. He won a buttload of tournaments, and he even did a little stint in acting. He was also married to and subsequently divorced from Ewa Lorentz, who is the trick shot queen of Sweden. I was able to track down some juicy tidbits on a forum about Jimmy Mataya. Jimmy Mataya is a great example of the reason why pool will never be accepted as a legitimate sport. Jimmy is not, quote-unquote, a breath of fresh air. In my opinion, he is nothing more than a maggot. He was running around making an ass of himself, along with his brother, the whole week at the DCC. Who in the corporate world would want to sponsor pool with this kind of behavior taking place at a major tournament? Ruffling some feathers there, Jimmy. The weirdest shit on here by far is from Fast Larry, who I see is banned. If I had Ewa and she took a hike on me, I would have shot myself in the head. In her prime, that was the all-time hottie in pool I ever saw. Very tight-knit community, juicy stuff, what a wholesome bunch. Anyway, he leaves the tavern and he's got his conspicuously parked limo out front, always there waiting for him. And in the trunk, he's got a series of disguises because he is the pool hustling equivalent of pistachio disguising. This leads us immediately into the next duping. Jimmy is dressed as a mechanic and he is flashing his big bills all over the joint.
I'm sorry about the big bills. I just got a 3-week paid vacation, and them turkeys give me all big bills.
No problem.
So a couple of pool players take him for a mark. I guess the information from Woody Creek has made its rounds in Denver. And one of those pool players is Danny Medina.
I'm really sorry.
It's all right. Don't worry
Hope I didn't disturb nothing.
Who is that jerk?
Ah, some bimbo. Let's go. Come on, let's play.
Watch this fish. This fish is loaded.
It all works so perfectly. He leads him in with a little initially shoddy pool playing.
Well, you got to put the 9 ball in the middle. Now, the 1 goes where the 9's at, and the 9 goes in the middle. We're playing 9 ball.
Oh, yeah.
And then he pumps the hustle right up into them bitches. He's playing like shit, and then after a while, Danny Medina cleans him out. So Danny Medina ups the stakes, and then that's when the hustle come out. There is one particular pool shot that I feel like would blow the whole ruse up. Like, he goes from scratching constantly to making a pool shot that would take a degree in physics to master. Anyway, he cleans him out, and then there's a brief interlude.
Now, ladies and gentlemen, what you've just seen is a reenactment of the classic hustle.
Jimmy informs us that what we just saw was indeed a reenactment, which, what a relief, because I thought it was happening before my very eyes.
But one thing I can tell you for sure, don't ever try to hustle this guy, because this is my good friend Danny Medina, and he's one of the all-time greats when it comes to playing 9-ball. He makes his home in Denver, Colorado.
Turns out they're buds. You would think that in this moment, Jimmy would maybe break down his process in detail, kind of like inform us like what his process actually is. But I guess he's just bragging about ripping people off.
Do you remember that time we were in South Carolina and you came in the fisherman's outfit?
Oh, yeah. Now, that was a lot of fun.
Yeah, it was.
I remember that.
Can I also say, he is engaging in some fairly risky behavior. Like, you could definitely get your ass kicked for doing this. But I don't see any kind of disclaimer or accountability being taken by the production in any way. So I guess they're just straight up condoning cheating people out of money.
Believe it? I mean, do you believe it? $1,000 just for catching a beggar's bass in the county?
Well, you're just lucky, Lindsay. You're always lucky.
Yeah, I'm lucky, Frank. Does this look like luck to you, baby? Cocktails.
Or green fish.
Can I get a screwdriver and a Coke? Get yourself one, too.
In this one, Jimmy is fishing, dressed like a fisherman. It's funny because in this segment, Danny Medina plays the mark, and it's unclear whether or not he's playing a different person or if he's playing himself. So in that introduction, he's kind of like, hey, dude, you remember when you ripped me off that one time? Wasn't that, like, funny and cool?
What do you want to play for? Well, I don't have $1,000, but I got 500. I'll play you 2 out of 3 games for 500.
Oh, Frank, here we go again.
Anyway, Danny bets $500 a game, like a fiend, loses immediately. Pretty simple stuff.
Oh, wow.
Sorry about that. Nice playing with you.
Yeah.
I really enjoyed it. Yeah, I'll tell you, the fish were sure biting that night.
This scene is littered with audio problems, by the way. You can tell that they didn't have enough audio because the dude that shows up with Jimmy is not mic'd at all.
Now, Lindsay, you know what happened last time you did this. Come on, man. You threw it all away.
Frank.
There's also this persistent clinking sound the entire scene.
I don't know, man. Lindsay, that's just luck.
Hey, Frank, down in North Carolina, that's the first thing my daddy done taught me was how to fish.
Hey, you guys fishermen, huh?
It's the sound of the lures on Jimmy's vest brushing up against the lavalier mic. These audio problems carry on into the next segment as well. There's a moment where Jimmy is dressed as a businessman and he keeps adjusting his tie.
Timothy, do you come in here often?
Oh, occasionally on a lunch break.
Play a little pool, do you? Would you care to play a game of pool?
In this segment, Danny is playing the mark again, and in this case, it is confirmed he's playing himself.
Well, are you ready, Danny?
Yeah, Timothy.
We are then granted to another sequence of pool porn, where Jimmy bends Danny over and spanks his little butt, humiliating him once more.
Right in that corner, Danny.
That was a good shot there, Timothy.
This looks like a lot of fun. This is better than selling Cadillacs.
Danny, you are truly too pure for this world. I mean, how often does Danny fall for Jimmy's schemes? It's astounding. Danny, you need better friends.
Well, Floyd, now that the work is over, how How about me and you playing some $500 nine ball?
$500 nine ball? What are you, on a budget? Let's play for 1,000.
Let's do it.
You got it.
Danny, what the hell? Maybe it's some kind of kink. Maybe he just like needs to be humiliated. Anyway, that's the tape, guys. Thanks for watching, everybody. I am TapeGoat, and remember, pool is boring and not fun.
Don't let the goat down. Share, like, comment, and subscribe. If you take the time to ring that tiny little red bell, it makes the goat happy. A happy goat is a good thing for everyone. Don't let him down. He's struggled enough already. Don't you want to see the goat thrive? Or are you just an ungrateful, stinky little cow? Share, like, comment, and subscribe.